was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. And students will be having next session. Next session will be on NABARD support system for startups in agriculture. We'll start the session in 10 minutes. Okay. So we'll meet at 3:45. Okay. Is it okay? So be here. We'll meet at 3:45.
Swaminathan?
Yes, sir.
See, when economic reforms were introduced in 1991 also, there was stiff resistance from industries.
Yes.
Okay.
Lobby, sir.
And,
yes, sir.
And people like Bajaj. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, sir.
Because they were all afraid of this competition. But today you see,
yes, sir.
Honda could not compete with Maruti, which is our industry. 51% of the automobiles share is with them.
Yes, sir.
Initially, it will appear to be like that, but competition really makes efficient people to survive.
Yes, sir.
We have benefited. There is no doubt about that.
Yes, sir.
In fact, America wants to wind up WTO now.
Yes, sir.
Who asked for WTO, now they want it to be closed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We want the students to understand all these things, not just carried away by media headlines, to understand what is Farm Bill, why we need or why we not need, to have their own opinions. Sir. For that, sir, this discussion was really good, sir. Especially you added so many valid points, valid inputs. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I am here.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I'm listening to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, very much, sir, for that. Sir, next session is on NABARD support system, sir. NABARD support system. Will start in 10 minutes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If I'm called in between, I may have to go.
Okay, sir.
My computer may be on.
Yeah, sir. Sure, sir.
Keep responding. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. We can take. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Lobby, sir. Yes, sir.
And people like Bajaj. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, sir.
Because they were all afraid of this competition. But today you see,
yes, sir.
Honda could not compete with Maruti, which is our industry. 51% of the automobiles share is with them.
Yes, sir.
Initially, it will appear to be like that, but competition really makes efficient people to survive.
Hello? Will start in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yes.
If I'm called in between, I may have to go.
Support system. Will start in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yes.
If I'm called in between, I may have to go.
Okay, sir.
My computer may be on,
Yeah, sir. Sure, sir.
not responding. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Yes, sir. Copy, sir. Yes, sir.
And people like Bajaj. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, sir.
Yes, they were all afraid of this competition. But today you see,
Yes, sir.
Honda could not compete with Maruti.
Maruti,
It is our industry. 51% of the automobiles share is with them.
Yes, sir.
Initially, it will appear to be like that. The competition really makes
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
efficient people to survive.
Hello. We'll start in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yes.
If I'm called in between, I may have to go.
Support system. We'll start in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yes.
If I'm called in between, I may have to go.
Okay, sir.
My computer may be on,
Yeah, sir. Sure, sir.
not responding. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And it's affecting the field. So other thing which is changing the food industry or agri industry is the 3D printing. 3D printing is like, if you see any startups, they will give a tagline. If you see in the left corner, see it, real food freshly printed. So what they are going to do is they are preparing food and it is freshly printed. So for example, what you are saying is now you are watching this presentation, you want a gap, you are going out and then you have a 5 minutes gap. Let us consider we given a gap here for a kind of a break. You can go, you can just present that machine stating that I need this much amount of wheat, this much amount of ingredients, chocolate, whatever flavor you want, and I want in the shape of this much size and then this much thickness and then this much width, whatever the breadth you want and whatever the shape and size you want, it will be done. So 3D printing, which is in real estate or other industries where you can build an awesome house within 18 hours, has been inducted into food industry, and it is changing the way we are eating the food. Likewise, there are a few other things that have come up. Like I shared in the previous slide, which says that real food freshly printed. Here, if you see good mood food, you will get an idea that if you want to have a good mood, you eat this food. So they have this startup is doing is, this uplift is doing is, currently the people are for 18 to 35 years of age are reporting high level of stress, distress, depression and anxiety, and it is rising year by year. Maybe the exposure to online usage of online games and other things, and the competition, their ability to face the world, and then has encouraging also, but creating the competitive world is creating stress and depression and anxiety. So people started targeting the food is medicine kind of thing, and that was an old adage, but it is coming here. So to have a healthy gut and if you have a healthy gut, you will have a healthy body. If you have a healthy body, it will be have a happy mind. Then you will have an uplifted life. So to have a healthy gut, these people have come up with an ingredients to make you healthy gut, which can digest and which can give you a very good sense of feeling for your gut, which will help you in digest as well as keep your body healthy. They are identified few ingredients, and that ingredients is given to us, and that will make your mind happy. So this is one another things. So most important and the most promising future is increasing the shelf life of the end products, especially perishable products. So normally this is another startup called Further Forms. What they are doing is they have using supercritical carbon dioxide as to create a natural pasteurization technique. So which means you don't have to use refrigeration or artificial preservatives to increase the shelf life of your product. For example, vinegar, citric acids, those will be used to use the shelf life. But here they are using supercritical carbon dioxide of an allowed permissible threshold level, and it's creating a natural pasteurization techniques. So this is making one good attempt, and then it is extending the shelf life. Because if you see, we are very good in production, or we are moving towards now productivity, food security and other things. But the post-harvest loss is one of the main problem in our country and many other developing countries. So anything which is coming in and increasing the shelf life will have a huge impact in farmers as well as in other value chain ecosystem in agriculture. Currently, few startups or few platforms are creating a wave of change in the way which is delivered the food. For example, the Swiggy and Zomato, which is creating more and more avenues for new businesses. That's now a popular terminology called white label goods or ghost restaurants. What they are doing is, for example, you are in a hostel, your hostel room number is set, you are in third floor, and somebody is in ground floor, you are preparing room number 10, and you can deliver it in ground floor, something like that. Now, without having an address, you can have your address, but the labels will be of a particular brand. That's also coming up, and it is catching up very fast, which is like which is changing the way which is not before even that. So the popular brands is also doing good. However, they are also giving way for other restaurant category businesses. See, if you see per day in India, 3 to 4 startups is emerging, and most of them required in market research or a profile of what new product has to be developed. And then nowadays, this big data analytics is coming up in a big way, where you want to know what is going to happen and how you are handling your data with this. So these kind of things, you have to have what are the market segments you have to target, and what are the new products you have to develop for this market segments. So for this, using the big data and artificial intelligence, few startup has come up with particular reports or insights, and which shares that this is going to be the trend, and this is how you have to cope up with the trend. So this is another strategy where if you want to take up something in your future as your career in startups or in any other things, this will be one of the things. And conversion of C3 plants into C4 plants is another area which is going to be more and more useful avenue. If somebody is in crop physiology, they can think about taking it because the C3, the carbon fixation in C4 has less problematic, and it has increased more yield or something like that. So conversion of C3 to C4 is going to have a huge avenue in coming future. So there is another thing. It's like the vegan concept is growing more and more. Now people don't want to eat food which is like cooked right away from the kitchen. So now people also want to have frozen meals, and which can be eaten whenever they want. They need a flexibility, and they need it has to be crafted by chefs it has to be done by a master class peoples and an expertise who has expertise in health and nutrition. So these things also coming up in a big way. So if you see in this, I'm going to stay there for only one day. Gujarat has nice dishes, many dishes. If I'm going to stay in one night, will I able to eat all those things? I'm not able to. So this is a company, it's kind of a blog, but based on this blog, what people are doing is they are collecting all the special dishes of Gujarat from Hotel X, Hotel Y, Hotel Z, and then they are putting in a buffet system. I have to pay some 3,000 rupees for them, and then the best delicious dishes of the Gujarat can be eaten at one place rather than I'm going to one place, and then that will be giving us an wholesome kind of package for us. So this is also coming up with certain easy way of handling things within smart business models. This is another one. Few people have a problem of more intake of sugar will give them dizziness. So they have sensors fixed in their teeth, and then it will help them to regulate their consumptions in their diets. This is another one. I'm saying now it's like mostly medical ones because the medical industry is slowly coming up into our food and agri. For example, if you go to a good established supermarkets, if you are purchasing for a month and you are paying a bill of 20,000, 25,000, they will say that, sir, this month your purchase is 25,000 rupees. You have purchased 2 lakh calories. For a people of 4, it's like 50,000 calories for a week or for a month. It is less or it's good. A dietitian will be also sitting nearby them and then say, sir, if you do that, it won't be good for you. So it's like medical suggestions or driving the way we consume the food. So the ecosystem in which we live is directing us to use what are the food we want to eat and then how we want to live. So this is one of the technology. After eating, if you want to know that which food, how much time it take to digest, Food Marble is one of the thing where it is like how it will help you. What to say? Based on the hydrogen, it is transferring into your breath. From the breath, if you are doing, it will build your digestive profile. And you can say, if I eat this particular item, I will be what to say? It will digest in 1 hour. This digest in 30 minutes. The breakdown, this is next, so that the next meal when I can eat and be prepared. Because intermittent fasting is good for health, and this is relying on that. If I don't eat for next 4 hours or 5 hours, that will help me in boosting my health of the digestive health of my body. So based on this, we people are planning their fastings and other things.
Shiva, the audio is not audible.
Hello?
The audio is not audible.
Okay, so then I will explain. See, it's like there are more microorganisms in our body, and then what to say? It will help us. This is prebiotic or a probiotic kind of one. They analyze what is in our gut, and then they give a drink, and which will enhance our body health. This is Biome is all about. I will share the PPTs to you, sir. You can share to the people so that they can understand what is it, so that they don't have to.
Yeah, sure. Many are asking for it.
Yeah.
We have a WhatsApp group of students
Okay.
of the training program.
Yes.
I'll be sharing the PPT with them.
Yeah. So
Actually, they're asking for it. Your PPT is to them.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
sure.
Next is like, this is another one. See, now mostly people, especially people who works in IT offices, real estate and other offices, they don't want to consume food as an rice, chapati, or the other forms. Now they want to drink whatever, feed like an 5-star dairy milk. So the amount of calories which they consume during eating food highly varies based on their appetite. But when they start eating this type of bottle foods, which is packed for certain calories, they don't go beyond their certain consumption patterns. So they are preferring these things, and then they are opting for this type of foods. And many startups have come in, and then they are producing different kinds of bottles and bars to meet the consumption of the growing aspiration populations. This is another kind of where it is like only 3 types of microalgae are approved for human consumption, but there are 7 million species. So with increasing population, if we are able to convert a few more algae population for consumption, it will be good for us to find out the growing population needs to meet the food security and nutritional security. And now the another thing which was thinking of is edible packings or recyclable packings or biodegradable packages. So this is one startup which is into creation of edible packing, and then they are doing much more good work, and then they are taking everything from sea. So the waste which we are considered is curated, and then it is used for the consumption. Or sometimes the amount of fish food which is coming, which is also being used for this. For one example, one of our college students have come up with a gelatinization process of tapioca starch, which is used to increase the shelf life, and it is an edible coating where you can apply on any fruits. For example, wax is used for apple. It's having so much problem because it intrudes in your digestion process. But if you have applied this starch-based gelatinization food from tapioca, it is enabling you to be to have a good edible alternative in for wax. So likewise, if there is any good market for any products, this edible coatings, biodegradable packings, or mushroom-based packings, now people are coming with they're inserting the mycelium in a certain growth medium, and then they are packing it, and then they are selling it. For example, if you are buying a laptop or you are buying a TV, now their thermocoals are coming up. It takes more than 500 years for that to decay. So it is have huge population, and it ends up in the sea, and it is having more problem in the marine biodiversity. Now this type of mycelium-based packing materials, after you use your needs, you can just break it, and then you kept in your. If you keep or throw it in your field, it will become an alternate manure for the plants. So there is more options and more sustainable way of living is coming up, and startups are holding that and earning money out of it. They are creating money for the price we pay. So this is another startup which is purely inspired by a small instance happens. Every startups will have a story, and story is the one which binds them, and then which sends back their vision to achieve it. So this is by one of our incubator, Archana Stalin. The story goes like this. Some 4 or 5 years, some 3 years before, she goes to a school to pick up her cousin's kid, and then just while enquiring with few students, second standard, first standard students, she asks where does the food or rice or wheat come from. The kids are saying that it is coming from supermarket. So where it is like she started feeling that our next generation is growing without knowing the knowledge how the food is grown, and this will set up an issue with that. So she want to make sure that the objective of enlightening or showing the students how agriculture is done. So what she did is with a business model attached to it, so that it should not be a charity kind of business or an one-time idea. So what she did is within the 70-kilometer radius of Chennai, one of the metro city, she identified few pockets of land, and then she started growing there. And then she subscribed to this people, subscribe to model, like you subscribe to newspapers, milk, they come and deliver every day, and then for that you are paying the money. So if you are in a family of two, you have to pay 2,500 rupees every week. They will deliver twice 6 to 7 kg per bag. So Saturday, Sunday, you can go to their farm and then you can pluck your own, so that the students or the children will also come to know, oh, this is the pumpkin herb, or this is the plants. This is the how tomato look like, tomato plant look like, how brinjal look like, how lady's finger look like, and how much time it takes to grow, and how hard it is to pluck, and then what are the other issues related to the farming. At least an exposure to them will give an idea of we should not waste the food, or how important agriculture is to them. So like this, every startup has their own story. The story is the one which makes them successful. So the main idea here is she used the pain point, and then she developed a business model around it, and they are successful now. And even during the COVID, they were highly successful, and then they started opening more and more branches during the COVID. So this is another one. This is also used for artificial intelligence and data. This mainly focuses on pricing. For example, if you are receiving a product from a farm straight away, that will be so fresh. After a week, it won't be that fresh. There will be a lackluster in the product. It won't be the shiny, or the freshness should be lost. So based on the freshness, based on the days of harvest, this artificial intelligence and the big data apps or the learnings, the models will help you to price the products. For example, if I'm bringing it today fresh from farm, it will be 30 rupees. After 4 to 5 days, it will be 20 rupees, 50 rupees, based on the quality and other things. So this is also having a huge welcome from the consumers, because it's helped them to select fresh one, as well as based on the need, and for different cookings, different type of freshness is required. So they are able to select that. So like that, there are many things out there. So this is another one. See, cooking a food is one, growing the food is another. So this company is doing that, growing the food. It's sprouted foods, which is like bottled in a jar, and then it's growing, and then it's given to people. People love eating fresh foods, and if you see something so green, they will be tempted to eat it. Microgreens is coming up so fast in our country, and then it is helping us to realize more bioavailable minerals and vitamins to us. So people started floating a companies which is like growing foods rather than cooking food. This is few things. If you see, most of the things are in red color and yellow color, because red and yellow represent appetizing colors. If you see it, if you see most of the KFC, McDonald's, and other companies, they will be morely their brands are around red color or orange or yellow color, because these colors are appetizers. Normally, if you see in our traditions, mostly blue color won't be there, especially is because it's in our culture and ingrained in our mind. Because when Shiva or Vishnu, when they drank the poison, their body completely turns into blue. So for us, mostly blue is like a poison kind of thing. But it has a different meaning in different segments. If it is taken the finance side, it is considered as calm and confident, or it is like trustable and trustworthy. So like that, colors also play very important role in branding and other stuffs. So this is another startup which is using the existing one. The left side is a mushroom called Cordyceps militaris. So it's like Cordyceps sinensis. It's like this is a mushroom which is coming from a caterpillar. And then it's cost more than 3 to 5 lakh rupees per kg, which is available only in Himachal and then high altitude areas. So what they do actually is it's in Himachal. These caterpillars will die, and then they will insert their head into the sand, and in that sand the fungus will grow. It will be very limited, so and then it is very good for anti-cancer and anti-aging principles. They have ingredients in it. They use it and then they do it. People don't want to sell that because that has a very low consumption rate, and then the minimum use. So they want to daily consume it, and one way to do it is put it in a coffee, and then put it in a coffee in a way that it is considered of mushroom. So they pick and curated coffees, and then this mushroom, they mix it up, and then they are selling it in a coffee powder. So this is also creating a new area, and then people want to drink it daily. So I have already told that vegan concept is going more and more. People don't want to eat animals, so they are looking for alternatives. Plant-based meat has been come up in a very, very large way, and then it is changing the paradigm shift of how we are consumed. Same taste, same texture, but it's not an meat. It's from plants. So this is also coming up, and then it is already doing well in the Western countries. Likewise, people want plant-based milks and other nutrition. Everything is plant-based. So this is also picking up very good. And native foods are picking up very, very fast. Many people who don't want to stick for only 5 to 10 items which is available in the supermarket or available in the retail store, they want to take the native foods. So there is a separate base has been created for the native foods. They don't want to eat only for Diwali, Sankranti and other days. They want to eat forever. So that's also coming up in a big way. So not only meat for this mutton and chicken, there is availability of this products or fish-based, marine-based item also. So this is another one, which is my last idea on just to keep your attention there. Now there's a company called Bee Hero. They are doing this pollination service. What is they're doing is they just go, they fly their drone this is in actually Western countries. They fly their drone, they see now how many number of flowers are there, and then they find out how many bees have been needed. Then they create an environment for the bee release. They come and keep the bee with the real-time data. They pollinate it, and then they maximize the full pollination, and then the yields are coming up. This is one way they are doing, and then which is not even expected in that pollination will become a service. So these are the things which is I'm saying just few things for you. And if you see the agtech landscapes, what I have told, I'm just putting in 4 slides so that you will get an idea what is in which category it fits in. Digital agronomy and production. Here it is like what they are going to do is digitize everything and then make sure the data and other things are available. For example, whatever agronomy practices, it is converted to financial one and then digital assets, and then it is going to be it's going to help them in different ways. I will share a few examples. So mostly market access and finance is now more startups are coming up, and then more ideas has been in that. So these are few landscape. You just can see it. It may not be that useful for students, but it will be useful for entrepreneurs, which category they have been fit in. Likewise, indoor agriculture has also picked up. This is component technology which increases the light or nutrition or increases the growth inputs as well as device like robotics for harvest and other things will come under one. Next gen growers, if you see vertical farming and microgreens and other things will come in this next gen growers, which is like sunless growers is coming up. For example, different types of mushrooms are grown in urban landscape and they are using it well. They want to reduce the food miles. That is the most important aspect of indoor agriculture landscape. Likewise, if you see food tech, see initially when we started, maybe 90s, 10 to 50, not even 10% of the income of a particular individual has been spent on out-home expenses. Now it has been changed to 40-45%. Many people are going out of the home and they are want to experience that. And there is in-home is also changing because everybody want kind of an customized services for them. And omni-channel is coming up. Omni-channel means you can order through app, you can go to their restaurant and eat. Categories, and we involve students in each and every category. One of our student has won Global Student Entrepreneur Award by presenting an idea and then developed a prototype on it. Everybody create compost using earthworms. He has created compost using millipede. There was the uniqueness, and there were few people who started extracting salt from plant. So they have also won many prizes, even and many awards. So we are involving students in each and every aspects of our activity. So business incubation has two types. For example, you are a student, or after completion, you have an idea and you want to develop that into a business. You come to us, we help you in building your idea, building your product, and then taking it to the market. One, you come after graduation. Not only graduation, not only if you are in a job also, you don't want to do the job. You want to quit it and then you want to start any business, but you don't have any idea. If you come to us, we will help you in creating and providing an idea which is validated by Tamil Nadu Agriculture University or any of the Institute of Indian Council of Agriculture Research through their business planning and development units or agribusiness incubators, and then we will help you in developing a business around that technology and launch the products. So what are the services which we give is access to infrastructure at a very nominal fee. For example, you are having an you want to use freeze dryer. It is very costly. And then we have an freeze dryer. You can use it at a nominal fee, and then you can pack it, and then you can go it. So most of the important aspects of any incubator is trying to create the capital investment of an entrepreneur into a working capital investment. So the capital investment will be absorbed by equipments and machineries which is purchased by incubation centers like us. So mostly if you are starting a business, you don't know what whether you want to form a company, what form of company, LLP, partnership, Section 8 company or Section 3 company, like that. So we help you in doing that also. And if you are having another problems of like, I want to, when I have to file a TDS, GSTs, AGM meetings, board meetings, those type of business service supports also we used to provide. And networks the most important thing. We have for big networks, and then we help in connecting those peoples to the right peoples at the right time. So we also provide market linkages for FPOs and other peoples, and we also support finance facilitations. And mostly if you see, we don't have all the technical supports available. There are many incubators created by Indian Council of Agriculture Research, and we take support from them also to meet the requirements of our aspiring incubators or incubators. This is what maximum we do. I think this is where we, this is a model of Amul. decentralized production, centralized processing, and distributed marketing. This is where we go into, and how MABIF is playing a role in here is the decentralized production. In a village, there will be 1,000 peoples or 500 farmers. They do their production separately. It is like through FPOs, it has been aggregated at one place. The inputs is to be given through FPOs, and then their product has been purchased through aggregated and purchased through them. What is the intervention we are doing? What Incubators is doing here is, if you see per there is an actual lead and potential lead. For example, if you are growing paddy, 1 acre, you will get 2,300 kg output will be 2,300 kg to 2,500 kg. But if you see potential in some areas, even in India, there will be 6,000 kg or 7,000 kg will be there. There is a gap. We try to identify startups who are bridging this gap. Even if it is not 7,000, even if it is 3,000, 3,500 is good. We incubate them in this particular category. So in decentralized production, we do that. In centralized processing, what we are trying to do is, mostly farmers don't process their products. So they just harvest and then they sell it. So what we try to do is, we want to introduce to primary, secondary, and tertiary processing. I will give an example of primary, secondary, and tertiary processing. The primary processing here is, it's like if you are harvesting an paddy, you just grade it. You take out all the sands, muds, and other foreign bodies, and then you pack it. That's primary. Secondary is, you are converting the paddy into rice. Tertiary is, in that rice you are making poha or other dishes. So these are the 3 areas. So what we are trying to do here is, if an FPO is already into primary processing, we try to take them to secondary. Who are in secondary, we are trying to take them to tertiary. So if they are not processing involved, we are trying to take them to primary processing. We have certain infrastructure, and we map infrastructures which is available at state agriculture universities and other universities. We try to map them, and then we link them to particular processing centers. And then marketing also, this is most important one. We focus more on this because all the success of decentralized production and centralizing processing is depend on this. There are markets. There is no dearth of markets, but profitable markets for farmers is less. So we are trying to identify the profitable markets through retail franchising and e-commerce, and we are supporting the farmers and farmer producer organizations. We are currently working on 23 clusters across Tamil Nadu, and then we are trying to develop a new brand and then sell them. Accelerator, we are trying to, this is for a company, it's not an early stage company, who are already there, who want to scale up. So we are taking their support, and then we are doing. And then our vision is to make sure farmers into farm entrepreneurs, agri graduates into agri business entrepreneurs, and we want to translate the technology which is developed either in the grassroots or the research laboratories to big industries. So NABARD, this is one sector that NABARD is supporting through incubators. That is a subsidiary of NABARD, which is providing Series A fundings and pre-Series A fundings, that is from 5 crores to 30 crores on deep tech, which is not only on agriculture, any livelihood, like anything which is related to rural development also, they are providing. And there is another area where their capital catalytic fund is there, where the 10 crore is given to the incubators, and up to 1 crore investment will be made through the capital catalytic fund. So this is my presentation. Open to questions.
Yeah, Shiva, thank you very much for such a nice presentation, Shiva.
Thank you.
It's really good. Cool to look at the trends in food sector. The students really enjoyed it seems.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So Shiva, you're talking about startup, right?
Yes, sir.
For example, when somebody is startup, right?
Yes, sir.
So what the funding agencies are looking after, for example, how they will judge a startup?
Sir, first is like whether the idea is scalable, first thing.
Okay.
So because if you people say that an idea which is have a very small market, they won't fund. One, they look at the team. Team is the most important thing, because sometimes most of the startups who come up with an idea, they will what they do is they will change their idea in maybe 6 months or 7 months time. Will change the idea in the sense they will upgrade their idea. But the team is the one which is keeping the fire to fight for their success. So the team, scalable idea, and there is a 3 things we used to look at, sir. to be put in a simple way. Paper solution fit, product market fit, bank fit. Paper solution fit is like the proposal, and whatever we whatever we propose should be feasible. One. The product market fit is whatever we are saying in the paper, it should work properly in the market. The third is bank fit. Whatever I'm saying, it should generate revenue to me. These three fits, they will look into it. But team is above all the three.
And how our startup in agriculture.
Yeah.
Since you are in this line, maybe 10 years you are in this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
10 years. Okay. So what changes you are seeing, Shiva, over the 10 years?
So I have seen positive vibes.
Okay.
And then, for example, farmers are becoming entrepreneurs. That is the trend I am started seeing. And more number of village and rural youths are taking up, because they know the real problem and they have felt the real pain. Rural youths are coming up. But there is a combination and mix. What I feel is the rural youth have the pains and pains which is facing by the farmer community. The urban people have the technology and then ideas to take this. We are trying to bridge this, because there is a gap. Because whatever the urban, most of the urban ideas which is coming, it's coming out of either watching on YouTube or one or two incidents which is coming up, flaring up in newspapers, and then other which is viral one. But other people, it's like rural youths, they know the real pain points, but they are not able to speak up. So we are trying to bridge these two potential peoples, and then we want to make sure it reaches a very good height. If that we started doing those things, the startups will change how it is evolving. Every 5 years, there is a change in the trend. Few years from now, everything will be digital. Maybe I can say 10 years. Maybe 10 years from now, all the foods we eat, we will know which farmer has been growing it, and where it is stored, how it is transported, and how much days it has been stored. Most things is coming in that.
Yeah, that's blockchain technology, right? We had in the morning.
Yeah,
Satish was saying all those things.
Yeah. Satish is our incubator.
Yeah. And through this NABARD IDP program, we have made our students to train themselves in Python, all the machine learning programs and all. And some students have come in apps, mobile applications, like JU Mitra. Our students, it is in prototype. So regarding this app-based agriculture startups, do you think they are feasible?
Sir, actually, only few will be feasible. But what we can do is a niche market can be created. For example, a Pune-based student, it happens. Pune-based student, what happens is he went to a hotel, he was eating, and then he came out, and then he's saying he saw the pushcart a person selling the vegetables. He is not able to sell. He is throwing and going. The hotel fellow is saying, "I'm not able to get vegetables and fruits." So what he did is he created an app. In that app, he has told all the pushcart peoples has to update it. What is the fruits and vegetables available with them by 3 o'clock, and he is delivering to to the hotels by 6 o'clock. So this is a small app which is created by one student, but it is capturing only in particular pin codes, 10 pin codes or 15 pin codes. So mostly app-based one will be like that only. But there are options that if you develop a good app and its user experience is good, even big companies can come and acquire you, and then they pay you hefty amounts.
Yeah. We have one question about subsidy and interest rates. For example, if a student wants to have a startup, right? Then what is the subsidy that is given by the public agencies, or what is the interest rate prevailing?
Sir, most of the things are grants now.
Okay.
And if you go for subsidies, if you go to MSME website, you will able to see more and more interests and other things through this. But I feel if you have an idea, you don't have to chase money. Money will chase you. That's the simple thing. You don't have to worry about grant, and if you have a valid idea, people will start chasing you.
Right. So what characteristics? Yeah, that's correctly put. Now, what characteristics should the student develop for them to have a startup? No. So right now they are the students are in third and fifth semester, right? For example, how
I
to
got-
have that.
Yes. So first things, it's a simple things. They should not copy their assignments. Okay.
Okay.
They should not use cut copy paste because it kills your creativity and intelligence. They should able to put up their own views, own thoughts. They may study from different views, but they have to make sure their own thoughts reflected. So that's most important because they just cut copy paste. They don't understand. There's 10 pages, 15 pages, but there is no content. Here they also don't learn. The second is finance management. All the peoples once they come out of the classes, they give a 10,000, 15,000 money. They don't know how to save it. They save and then spend. So that is most important for startup because finance management is the one thing which is like many people don't know how to do it and then they fail. And the third is like teamwork. Teamwork is most important thing because at the end of the day, whatever the idea, whatever the money you have to make sure your team works. Because if you normally Agri students will have different types of peoples. If you're able to form a team and then they do it, it will be very good. So mostly I feel as a student, you should show your uniqueness. You should not copy paste your assignments. Your presentation should be made in a way because in future all the things will be presentations only. You have to go and present somewhere. So make sure this is every presentation you should give your best. And communications, you should know how to write a mail, how to speak with your professor. For example, if you want to organize a program, you have to call a particular person and then you have to express what I'm conducting a program. Can you be a participant for it, or could you be a guest speaker for it? So you have to speak. Communication skills is most important, and then team participation or enabling your motivating creativity. These three things you have to develop during your student's career.
Yes, sir. And last question, Shiva, is it worth taking the risk? For example, startups and all now they are the buzzwords.
Yes.
Maybe 5 years, 10 years down the line, the students are now motivated to take startups. Will they be relevant?
Then currently, I suggest they should go out and then they should learn few things. If they have valid idea, they can directly jump in. But I personally feel, and hand-holding few peoples directly after their graduation, I personally feel if their parents don't have business background, it is recommended to have at least 3 years of experience, how an organization works, then they can jump in.
Is it not agriculture sector too much crowded with startups, for example?
No, when compared to tech, ours is very pretty free, sir.
Okay, we have space to grow, like you said. Now all the food sector trends and all, it is possible, right?
Because no one startup or no one company can cover the food needs of Indian country.
Right, that's true. So I think there are no more queries coming from the students, Shiva. So what I like most is
Want to take it up, sir?
That is as simple as only a sticker.
Yes, sir. Just a label kind.
Now we see only price slip, no? Or else in this Apple, what is coming from abroad.
Yes, sir.
It is as good as that.
Yes, sir. It's
This is meant to maintain that freshness for additional 15 days.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Then another thing you told, no, that growing food. What is
they select
SIP?
certain type of variety of plants. They grow within 3 days. They grow it and then keep it in with certain nutrients, and then they eat it, sir. Now it is, if you see in Tamil Nadu, if you come, sir, near every Palamudi Cholai, they are having the shops and then they are selling, sir. But not in this packets, as an open packets they are doing, sir.
So I mean something else, that that 3 business models you told, no, 2,000, 3,500 students to know where food comes from. What
Sir,
was
that
it? That was SIP.
My Harvest Farms.
Okay.
It's
How is it going?
they are doing very good, sir. That madam is from Virudhunagar. They are doing.
It is meant for
No,
school
sir.
students, not
No,
our
sir,
students,
it's
no.
meant for apartments.
Apartments okay, but you told no. The purpose is that many people do not know where food
That's for
comes
school
from.
students. School
Among
students.
children. Okay, but
Yes, sir.
that's an
Indian
Indian
startup and
startup.
it's based in Chennai.
Okay, okay. But it was too many things you showed, no? But it was really
Thank you, sir.
wonderful. But that edible package. That is one thing. Okay, then three prerequisites for an entrepreneur or startup ecosystem you told, no?
Yes, sir.
Students. It should be originality, initiative, you should not copy. Then even 10,000 rupees, it should be in a position to handle
Yes, sir.
it. Does it apply for Gujarat students?
No, sir. They are good,
They know
sir.
it.
I
How to
wanted to
do
know
it.
from there. Perhaps it may be misfit here. You told 3 fits.
Yes, sir.
Maybe other 2 fits communication, and the first one may be okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is Section 8 company?
Sir, Section 8 is a not-for-profit company, sir. So here,
Non-profit.
if you not-for-profit, whatever the profit comes, it should be plowed back within the company for the benefit of the company. It should not shared among the directors or shareholders.
Okay, that means how long it can proceed like that?
Sir,
And that means as long as funding agency is supporting. Is it
no,
not?
sir. We can create our own funds and then we can run, sir. We don't have to depend upon, like this World Bank project for NAIP has come, they have closed and then it has been terminated. But here, even if NABARD support system stops, we can get funds from other system and then we can continue.
I continue forever like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a company.
Okay, then another company you mentioned, D.
Sir?
Only Section 8, another company you told me.
Section 3, sir. Section 3 is for-profit company. The shareholders, it's like Agri India Limited, sir.
Okay, okay. Your slides were very nice.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks
Any
for...
students would like to interact? Swaminathan?
Yes, the students had no queries, sir.
They have already asked,
Yeah.
sir.
They already asked so many queries.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Shiva.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for your interactions. Thank you, Shiva, for your wonderful presentation. Especially, I really like that food sector trends and all. Really, thank you. Thank you for accepting the invitation. Thank you, sir. We'll meet again. Yeah. Okay, students. So day 1 ends.